Good evening. So DOGE has broken higher today thanks to Elon. It's the best performing crypto in the last 24 hours, and that's quite something. It's all following the Donald Trump rally in New York City where Elon appeared, and this seems to have catalyzed the market into thinking that the Trump win is a sure thing. So Doge is up 12%. Let's take a look at where it is, where it's going, and how to trade it. So I had these targets and I've taken everything off the chart. This was my trend line support and this 200-day moving average, because I kind of felt like if we fell back below this 200 moving average, this would kind of just be correction over and not the recovery that we were looking for. One thing I will say, when you see a big declining wedge like we have got in Dogecoin. So corrections, I normally like to see three waves, right? Like this, simple. Normally the third wave is either equal to the first wave or 61.8 of it. But sometimes you'll see this leg in the middle, and then this long one will go along in a long declining wedge. And it's kind of what we have seen here in Doge. So here's our ABC, and then this long correction here. So if we were to draw this as a declining wedge, then that's all very good. We could say, well, we broke out from it all the way down here in middle of September. So the key thing is when I see a pattern like this, so this is what I mean by declining wedge. So the lines that define it are getting closer together. When I see a pattern like this, my target is always the parallel channel. So the way I draw it like this is I use this parallel channel tool, go from this first low here, connect this fourth low, and then I am going to extend it so we can run it from the top. So let's zoom it out. So here I've got this first touch and this touch here, and I've connected all four of them, and I'm going to project it from this high here, then we'll extend it, connecting all those highs. So here when we break out from this declining wedge, this bigger parallel channel then becomes your first target. And sure enough, we did have some sideways. We were sideways for a week. This is a potential breakout, and this 200-day moving average, which we had moved above, became support. So either way you draw this, we can say that we really have broken out and we're on our way higher. So now what do we do for targets? Well, first off, I draw the fib retrace levels and I put it over the whole swing, the big ABC, and I want to see, is it reacting at the fib levels? And when I look at this 236 fib here, this first one off the low, we had a really deep pullback off this, I think 886. So this was, it is reacting to these fib levels. We again tested it here, it was resistance. And when we got to this 38.2, it was support. We were back and forward. We initially paused at this level and then it was support. And we have blasted through this 50% level, which is our 50% first target. So if we hold above this, we're going to keep going to the second target. So 0.1548. Then our next target is going to be this fib level. And then above this, our next target is going to be 0.19. And we're going to go like a ladder, right, from fib level to fib level to fib level. Now, when it's gone this far in a day without any kind of look back or way to let you in, you really kind of need to wait and look for even a shorter time frame, like a 15-minute three-wave correction. Very often there's a very nice long entry, don't knock it. So, and we're going to look for this 50% level to be support. The problem with this is it might not do it. When it's in a swing, it might be very shallow pullbacks, and we may just keep going. So the next upside target again is 0.1723 and then 0.1972. But remember, if this is because the market is basing it on Trump winning and something happens to Trump, or he doesn't win, or somebody tries to execute him again, which God forbid, I hope that doesn't happen, this Doge trade might not do so well. Just bear that in mind. Okay, so Bitcoin, we're still hovering at the highs. When somebody in my group asked me tonight, has this correction that started in March gone on too long to be a bullish flag? I don't think it has when I look at the length of this flagpole. and this flag. So no. One thing that I do remember is wave. If we think that this is a wave 1, this was a big wave 2, this is a wave 4, then waves 2 and 4 very often, if they're not equal in price, they're equal in time. And so if we measure how long this choppy sideways 3-wave correction was in this, so this is, we're measuring the time here just with a rough line. Then if we project it from this high here, then this low that we made on the 5th of August, that kind of does line up pretty textbook in time. So yeah, we could just break out here, it'd be great, keep going, happy days. So we're just kind of sideways. I think we have, but we haven't made a new high yet. And so when you break out from consolidation like this, you could always have a little bit of a problem. This could always, just be a double top, or we could have trouble here. The previous swing high is always going to be your next target, and we kind of need to go level to level to level. Just because things are so tricky this week, I feel good about it, but we're not quite out of the woods yet, if you know what I mean. So if we look back in Bitcoin, this was a very nice 5-wave move. So we could do the same thing here and say, was this wave 2 and wave 4, were they equal in time here? So we go from this low to high. We're just measuring them roughly. This is a weekly chart. And we connect from this low. You can see that they kind of exactly were. So it does tend to work. That says that this August 5th low, is a pretty good bottom. We should carry on from it, and I'm pretty optimistic, but we're just not quite out of the woods, and we're in that choppy bit at the top. So for me, if you're trading it like this means on lower time frames, you buy pullbacks and you hope to catch the one that keeps going. That's all we can do. Good luck, and let me know if there's anything you'd like me to look at.